Traders, I am going to be sharing my top ideas, thought process, and my precise entry and exit plans with you for the upcoming week, like I do each week. But just before we get into that, a couple important reminders. As you know, earnings are now getting underway, and this week we have several market giants like Tesla and Alphabet reporting earnings. Last week as well, in many aspects, was driven by some breaking news and headlines, and that created a lot of uncertainty, which of course created a ton of opportunities. So just a reminder to always be in tune with the market, what's happening, what earnings are on deck, what important events are on the economic calendar for the week ahead, and be flexible enough to adapt your plans, be in tune with the market, and be flexible enough as well to adapt your risk management accordingly. Now, for the week ahead, here is what I'm watching, my top watches. First of all, it's going to be looking for a bounce in small caps, a long entry, IWM, or you can look at TNA, pick your poison there. IWM for me. This was undoubtedly one of the top opportunities so far in the month. Was the breakout, followed by incredible momentum in IWM post CPI, and I'm very glad to have seen several traders on the desk crush this opportunity, as well as the pullback and reversion trade in IWM as well. Nice measured pullback there. That's something, both the long and short opportunities we went over in detail in my latest Inside Access meeting. But really similar to my thoughts from last week, when I had small caps on there. Coming into the week, I'm still stalking IWM, looking for a bottom, looking for a turn, looking for a long entry and a second leg higher over a lengthy period of time. So here's my plan. Higher time frame, we know, broke out across multiple time frames and levels aligned across multiple time frames, followed by a nice steady pullback now over multiple days. So with the area of sort of 216 in mind, and if we go to more of an intraday, and you can see that level shine through from Friday as well. 216, we started to base, we started to come into a little bit of support. So with that area in mind, it's going to be a key area that I watch going forward. Now, ideally, I want to see IWM display some relative strength to the overall market, indicating that the theme of short-term outperformance remains intact. But for an entry, what I want to see is a quick wash below 216, below Friday's low, and immediate sort of snapback, recovery, and base, followed by a higher low, multi-day VWAP reclaim to confirm some bottoming action. For me, that would be a really nice sort of starter position and signal to get my entry position long against the low of that move. Alternatively, we could just open up flat, start to base above sort of this 217.50 area, start holding above 218 in order to initiate a long position and add once we break over Friday's high and start to form an uptrend. But essentially, I'm looking to see the IWM in both scenarios hold firm over 218. And sort of that zone, as well as then Friday's high, to size in and get all of my risk in the position. Now, what I'm going to be doing on a higher time frame is, of course, managing my position using a 15-minute time frame, and specifically looking at trading my stops using higher lows on that time frame and scaling out of my position as we make significant higher highs on that time frame. And I'm also going to be using ATRs as a target, so looking to scale out into key levels from the daily chart, being 222 on the daily and then 225 on the daily. Also works out to be measured moves in terms of ATRs. So looking to scale higher lows, higher highs, as well as ATRs as targets. And this is something I'll hold for multiple days. And if we continue to push into a target 222 and we go sideways for multiple days, I'll adjust my plan. I'll broaden out my time frame and look to potentially hold for weeks and not just days, depending on the action. So I'm going to be flexible with this. Several alternative ideas. Obviously, we had Bitcoin, great recovery last week, and going forward, I'm going to be monitoring crypto-related names such as Mara, CLSK, IBIT. We have Coin. There's several names that I'm going to be watching going forward. But let's look at Mara, for example. So Mara, along with keeping a close eye on Bitcoin, of course, we've broken above resistance. Resistance is now turned into support very nicely. And so going forward, I'm not looking to pay up to immediately, given the extent of Bitcoin's rally in the short term. But if Mara continues to base and we start to contract further and we make higher lows in this consolidation, I might look for a high low entry to initiate a position on the long side, and if we contract before breaking out in price and volume, I'd look to add on a breakout. But again, not too eager. I'm really just watching to see how some crypto related names shape up going forward. And so far, I like what I'm seeing in Mara. Some momentum trades in SERV. This was a beautiful momentum mover from Friday. And, obviously, you just have to go back, look at the SOUN chart to really see how it ends. It's not uncommon for NVIDIA to have small positions in innovative, high growth, small cap companies. They've done it before, NNOX, SOUN. We have it in SERV. It's nothing game changing or fundamentally changing, and it's really not new news. However, in the short term, I'm just watching this for momentum trades. Friday, great long, great short opportunities in the name that I took advantage of. Monday and going forward will be the same until a backside is confirmed, in which case I'll then shift my attention to a swing mindset. So what could a backside confirmation look like? You get a blow off top, you get price action that skips incredibly, blows out any stubborn shorts, you get a blow off top, you get consecutive lower highs, you get an uptrend break, you get a major shift in price action, VWAP crack. It could be all of these together, a lot of them together, 1, 2. It's important to know what it might look like and game plan and visualize ahead. But until any of that happens, I will not be focused on any swing shorts in the name. And then lastly, you have Tesla and Alphabet, 2 mega caps that are going to be reporting this week. And, I'm just going to be looking for opportunities post earnings. So first, before I look for a setup in either name, I'm going to familiarize myself with key levels in Tesla, in Google, and Alphabet, and overall sentiment, the overall results of the report, and only then will I start to familiarize myself with the price action on the day, having been armed now with all of the information I need, and look to form a trade plan if a setup begins to form. So that's my overall process, and obviously this is a topic that we can go over in further detail later in the week when it's more relevant as well, in the upcoming Inside Access meeting. So that's everything that's on my radar. Of course, in the market that we're in currently, a lot of things are popping up, whether it's headline driven breaking news, a lot of new setups and new stocks are becoming in play throughout the week that I turn my attention to, be it small caps, mid or large caps, or even overall sectors at the moment. And so my plans could change and alter throughout the week. But that is coming into the week, my top focus, small caps, by far IWM, my top focus. Let me know, drop it in the comments, what you're watching, what's on your watch list, what are your plans, and I will see you all next week. Thanks for watching.
So you're an active trader, not doing as well as you want, not doing as well as you deserve, and you just can't figure out why you can't become profitable no matter how hard you try. Well, let me show you why. This is your competition. The traders in this room. This room right here is full of elite traders, some of whom are making 7 and even 8 figures a year. In fact, our top guys have made nearly 20 million each in net trading profits in a single year. Let's head to my office so I can share more. So you're probably used to seeing videos of lavish trader lifestyles, trading gurus trading off of the laptop for an hour a day, heck, maybe even 15 minutes a day, and then them relaxing on some secluded beach for the rest of the day. Well, all I can tell you is that our traders train like pro athletes. They live and breathe the markets and are continually working on their trading skills. Because at our firm, that's what we found it really takes to make it in this game. I'm Mike Bellafiore, co-founder and managing partner of SMB Capital, one of the world's top proprietary trading firms located in Midtown Manhattan. And we're always looking for trading talent to hire and develop. And not just to trade in-house on our desk, but also to trade from their own home, entirely using our firm's capital. And we have numerous traders doing just that, allowing them to make upwards of 7 figures trading the firm's capital without risking their own money. But to even get a shot at something like that, you need to have the right training. That's why we're doing a new free online presentation in which we share how you can get an interview with SMB to become an in-house or remote trader, trading firm capital without risking yours and gaining access to all of our firm's coaching and resources. And the best part, you don't have to be a profitable trader yet. In fact, We prefer to mold profitable traders with our methods and our techniques. That's why we have just 3 simple criteria that can earn anyone an interview. We're looking for highly ambitious and determined traders who fit our culture first and foremost. So if you believe that could be you, sign up for the free 1-hour online presentation by clicking the link that's in your top right corner of your screen now.